Welcome to Fox 61 and CW20's coverage of the 2023 Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade.
And a good Saturday morning to you, Connecticut. Welcome to Fox 61's live coverage of the 51st annual Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade.
It is a great day to be here in downtown Hartford to see all the sights and sounds of this time-honored tradition here in our capital city.
Yeah, whether you're watching from home or whether you're bundled up, rocking your green here on the streets of downtown Hartford this morning, either way, we are so glad you could join us.
For those watching at home, we are streaming live right now on our sister station, CW20, and streaming live on Fox 61 Plus. Good morning. Thank you so much for being with us here. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Now, last year was a very big year for the parade. It's golden anniversary, the big 5-0. So here's hoping this year is the start of another great 50 years to come.
Absolutely. We're bringing in our parade commentator, our good friend, Jim Moriarty. Welcome. Thanks so much for being back with us.
Thanks so much. It's great to be back.
Yeah.
It sure is, right?
We love the partnership with Fox 61, and we're so grateful to have you a part of this celebration every year.
Yeah, it feels like it is just the start of spring, and the rain that we had overnight here in downtown Hartford has stopped, so it looks like we're getting a little lucky.
And we've had some sun and shots of blue skies, so we'll take that as well.
Hopefully we'll get some more sun, too.
We're going to call that the luck of the Irish.
We certainly will, Jim.
All right, let's give you a quick overview of the parade route. If you've been here with us in years past, nothing here has changed. It's a wonderful little loop around the greater parts of Hartford. It starts right near the state capitol on Capitol Avenue, then takes a left turn down Main Street, where we are right across the street from the Wadsworth Athenaeum, then a left onto Asylum Street, where historically you see the largest, liveliest crowds, then another sharp left onto Ford Street, and a beautiful finish right there at Bushnell Park underneath the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Arch.
And while we're waiting for the parade to get to us right across from the Wadsworth, let's head out to Fox 61 Symphony Privet. She's live on Capitol Avenue, where the parade stepped off just moments ago. Symphony, that's where all the excitement is getting going.
Yeah, good morning, sunshine out here near the Capitol, and all of the excitement is building. We've got folks lined up down Capitol Ave, all the spectators ready to see all the action. Now, Hartford Police, the motorcade here, and the police department as well, they're going to be the first to kick this whole thing off. We've got the bagpipe performers here. I've seen the City of New Britain on standby off here in the background, Hartford Fire Department. And Sean, can we pan over here? There's a horse, guys, a horse and a carriage. Wow. Now, this is my first year being here in Connecticut and experiencing, well, I've been here for a little over a year now, but the first time experiencing the big parade. I've heard a lot about it. There are a few events here in the capital city that, you know, everyone gets really hype about. This is one of them, and you can just feel all the excitement happening here as things are getting set to kick off in just a few minutes here near the Capitol. We've already seen a ton of folks with, you know, music displays. There was someone out here with the jump rope group organization. They came out to the station, and I believe, Erica, you and Keith participated in that. I got a quick round in. I was a little dusty, but all that to say, there's a lot of fun happening before things officially get kicked off here at the Capitol. Can't wait to see all the action myself for the first time this year. So, yeah, I'm on standby with everyone else, just ready to get this party started today. Checking in back with you guys, Tim and Erica.
All right, Symphony, thanks. Well, we will certainly check back in. Now, our crews are spread out all along the parade route to bring you all the energy and excitement along the way.
Yeah, let's get to Fox 61's Brooke Griffin. She's live on Main Street, right near Linden Place, right by that first big left turn there on the bottom side of your screen. Brooke, this is your first Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. Wait till the crowds head your way. How's it where you are right now?
It is my very first one, and I'm so excited to finally see it kick off. I've been waiting for this for weeks now at this point. Sadly, they haven't quite kicked off yet. We are at that first turn, just like you just mentioned. We are here at Capitol in Maine. They're going to come. We can see all of the excitement in the crowds about 100 yards, maybe 200 from us. They're going to get started, and when they do, they're going to come that way and straight towards us, make a beeline, and then make what will be a left turn for them to head out on on Main Street. It's going to be, it looks like a lot of fun. A lot of people are already lined up on the side. We've seen quite a few vendors even selling people that extra little bit of green that they need. Maybe they forgot to wear it on their way out the door this morning or just wanted something a little extra fun. We've seen a lot of people in costumes, a lot of people just dressed up head to toe, decked out in that green today. Unfortunately, again, they haven't quite gotten started. When they do, we're going to have a front row seat, so I get to see everything for the very first time. This is my very first St. Patrick's Day here in Connecticut, and you guys have been hyping it up now for weeks and months, honestly. I think this is one of the first things that you guys told me about whenever I joined the morning crew and joined the team here at Fox 61, so it's something that I'm really looking forward to. I cannot wait to see what all the hype is about, and judging from the amount of people lining the streets, it looks like you were right the whole time. Back to you guys.
All right, Brooke, thank you. Now from parade rookie to parade veteran, Fox 61's Keith McGilvery. He's been covering this parade for years.
Yeah, he's out live along Main Street. How are the crowds gathering there, Keith?
Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. We were in for such a special treat this morning. Fox 61 special parade correspondent Jordan, you are here. Woo! We have walked up and down Main Street. Everybody knows who you are. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing awesome, my man. I want to thank you for that.
We are so glad you're here. High five. And it's a bit of a reunion of sorts because Aubrey and Olivia, we were all together last year. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Tell me about your outfit here.
Me and her are matching skirts, and these are also from last year too.
So you're recycling them.
But what about your hats? And our hats are from Party City.
And what's it like to see Jordan again?
Good.
Very cool. You gonna have a good day?
Yeah.
All right, Jordan, you ready to party St. Patrick's Day? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You want to say good morning to Tim and Erica?
Good morning, Tim and Erica. I love you. Woo!
We're here for the fun. Back to you guys.
Love you, Jordan.
Oh, we love you too, Jordan. Good to see you. Well, as you can see, the marchers are all gathering along Main Street, ready to celebrate.
Yeah, let's talk about the weather, though, for a second here. So long as you're bundled up, you should be fine. Let's get out to Matt Scott now, live along Main Street near the Old State House, where there's usually a big crowd. That's maybe the single busiest intersection. Matt, we'd see some glimmers of sunshine. The wind dies down. Not so bad. Then the clouds come in. The wind picks up a little bit. What are we expecting for the next couple of hours?
Well, let me sum it up to you with one sentence that a gentleman walking by a moment ago said. He goes, "Hey, where's the snow?" And I went, "Not here." And that is all that matters. A little Irish luck with the forecast. There is a little bite to the wind, but as Tim said, as long as you're bundled up, you're good to go. Want to give props to the crews here working in downtown Hartford. You got the fine men and women of the police forces that are keeping the barricades up and keeping everybody safe so that we can have a great time here at the 51st annual parade. And that means everyone, young and old, including some of my newest friends who are here, just like Brooke Griffin for the first time. Say hi to Bryn and Kate. Hi.
Hi.
Good morning to you. Now, this is their first time for the parade, so I asked them earlier, told them to think about it. What are you looking forward to the most?
Horses.
The horses? You're looking forward to the candy, aren't you? Yeah, a couple of folks throwing some candy and some beads. Well, they've got prime real estate. Nice to see you, and Mom too. We don't want to leave Mom out of it. She's the driver. She's very important too. We are looking forward to a lot of great people on this corner right here at Main and Pearl. This is where a lot of families come together before the parade makes the final turn down there. We'll have more with all of them and all the fun coming up over the next 2 hours. But right now, let's go back to Tim and Erica. Good morning.
Good morning, Matt. Thanks. Well, Fox 61 is a proud media sponsor once again of the Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade, and our team is marching in the parade as well.
Yeah, let's get out to meteorologist Ryan Breton. He's going to be in the Fox 61 Storm Tracker going through the parade route as it looks like you are just getting ready to step off. Ryan, good morning.
Tim and Erica, good morning. Great to be with you. We are on Trinity Street, and this is where a lot of the groups are gathering right now. And as you know, this parade is all about tradition. 51 years, it's going strong, and we have one of the groups that has been marching in this parade since its inception, the Irish American Home Society out of Glastonbury, here with the president, Bernadette. Good morning, and talk a little bit about what this parade means to you.
Well, the parade was born out of the Irish American Home Society by Irish immigrants and Irish Americans. And it's just a way for us to express our heritage and celebrate it. And as everybody says, on St. Patrick's Day or Parade Day, the whole world is Irish.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you're glad the weather is held up.
Yes, thanks be to God. So
either way, you'd be here, though.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We've got a great group here.
We do. All our flag holders for the 32 counties that we hope one day we will have a united Ireland. So
awesome.
We're hoping for that.
Well, thank you. We're looking forward to marching right behind you. We've got the whole crew from Fox 61 here. We'll be strolling through the parade route with the storm tracker and our crew as well, so we'll see you throughout the morning. Back to you.
All right, Ryan, thank you. They are getting ready to step off, and we are just getting started with our coverage here of the Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Our parade commentator, Jim Moriarty, is here. We are ready for all the excitement. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back live from downtown Hartford for the 51st Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade.
It is 11:15, and the Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade is just stepping off as we speak. The crowds along Main Street getting ready for them to come their way in the next 10-15 minutes. Glad you're with us here on Fox 61 and CW20 and streaming live on Fox 61 Plus. I'm Tim Lammers.
And I'm Erica Arias, and we're here with Jim Moriarty, our parade commentator. Oh, the energy from everybody out there on the street is so great. We're going to have you talk a little bit more real quickly about what goes into making this parade happen. There's a lot of things that have to come together.
Well, the reality is that we work year-round to make this happen. I think what's unique and incredible about this parade is it's a collective effort between the Central Connecticut Celtic Cultural Committee, the sponsoring organization, our partners at the Irish American Home and the Ancient Order of Hibernians, and our 9-town contingents that contribute to making this possible, most significantly with all of the fundraising that happens year-round to put this parade on the street. And then, of course, our relationship with the city of Hartford, all of its departments that work so cooperatively to make it a great day here in downtown in central Connecticut as we celebrate our pride and our Irish heritage.
And we do know that the parade has just stepped off now there on Capitol Avenue.
Yep. A year's worth of work by the 5 C's there. The Central Connecticut Celtic Cultural Committee has led to this moment right now as the parade is underway. And Jim, as we're looking at it, we also wanted to talk about the spectacular spectators. Of course, all of them out there are spectacular too, but some more than others, I guess.
Well, leading up to the kickoff of the parade, we actually have what we call our Shamrock Squad, who are in a golf cart kind of cruising the parade route, distributing some significant swag to our spectators. And we actually do a friendly competition where we award prizes for perhaps the best spirit, the best decorations, the best tailgating. It's kind of a nice way of giving people something to do while they're waiting for the parade to start, and a great way of generating some spirit on the sidelines before we get going.
Well, there's a lot of spirit out there.
Absolutely.
Sea of green. And right now we're going to check in with Fox 61 Symphony Privet. She's there at the start of the parade along Capitol Ave.
Yeah, that's right. So it looks like things have just gotten started here. We saw Hartford police going down. And who is this? Can't tell. Oh, Hartford Fire Department making their way down Capitol Ave right now, waving. They also have a touch of green on their uniforms. And there's a little baby with them, too. Hey! Can you wave at the camera? Say, hey, good morning. Maybe not. She's got to get her excitement up, too. All right, Hartford Fire Department making their way out here. I'm going to back up a little bit, guys. Yeah, so people are getting really excited for this thing to officially kick off now. There's a lot of spectators along the sidewalk here. Everyone is waving to Hartford police as they make their way down Capitol Avenue. We're going to check back in with you guys later this morning, Tim and Erica. Things have officially kicked off for the 2023 parade.
So exciting, Symphony. Thank you.
Well, they say on St. Patrick's Day and the day of the parades, everybody is a little bit Irish. Curious to see how much Irish is in FOX61's Brooke Griffin.
She's live at Main Street near Linden
Well, you know
Place,
what? It might actually
the crowds
be
are
more than you think. Yeah, it actually might be more than you think. My great-grandma was Irish, so I have a little bit more than you think. I think it's where the blue eyes come from. So this is a lot of fun for me. But as you can see, that parade has officially gotten started. They're not quite close to us, but you know what? They were closer than whenever you last checked in with us. You can see that the very first few people out in the parade are those police officers. Thank you to the Hartford police officers for keeping everybody out here safe today. They are leading the parade in several different ways. That first car is right here at us, but then there's also the Hartford police officers that are on the motorcycles as well. They're going to be the first ones that you guys see coming through. I can already hear the fire truck beeping its horn, turning on those sirens for a couple of different things here. Now, we are just waiting to see those bands, those different groups that are coming through, those really fun floats, all of the really exciting stuff that we love to see here for the Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. Again, I'm the very first one that is out here at this spot. I get to see everything first. I really can't wait to show you what is in store for this parade this year. Hopefully you can check back in with us, but for now, we'll send it back to you.
Sure. All right, Brooke, thank you so much.
All right, from Brooke, we're checking in with FOX61's Keith McGilvery. He's along Main Street. The parade hasn't gotten to you quite yet, but the crowds are really building. They're ready to go, right, Keith?
Yeah.
We are ready to go. We have a special message. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
Alden, you came back. It's so good to see you, my friend Bridget. You are a brave mom and friend bringing this adorable group out here. What are you most excited about when it comes to the parade?
My dad is the marshal for West Hartford, so we get to celebrate Eddie Carr.
That is really cool. What a support group he has here. What are you most excited about for the parade?
All of the music.
All of the music? And what about you, my dear?
I'm mostly excited about the fun noises.
The fun noises. And how about you all the way over there?
The music.
The music. Good stuff. Are you ready to have a good time?
Silence.
Silence. Okay, he's just in awe, waiting for all the fun here at Main and Gold.
Silence.
There is no silence at a parade. You're right. High five to you. High five to you. High five to you in the back. High five to you. Connor, I got ya. You ready for some fun?
Oh, yeah.
You think these kids are going to sleep well tonight?
I really hope so.
You really hope so. Listen, the fun's just getting started. Main and Gold is the place to be. We'll take all kinds of pictures. Want to do our message again? 1, 2, 3.
Happy
Hi, Tim and Erica.
They will definitely sleep well tonight. Keith, thank you.
What I love about this, Keith's right outside our broadcast position here outside the Wadsworth Athenaeum. The parade's not here yet, but there's still such a great atmosphere. People are talking, people are chatting, blowing horns. You don't even need the parade at this point to have a good time, so imagine how much more fun they're going to have when the parade finally makes it to them on Main Street.
Yeah, we're checking in now with Ryan Breton. He is with the Fox 61 crew and the Fox 61 Storm Tracker.
Hi, Erica and Tim. We've got a long line of groups, Fox 61 and one of them coming up Trinity Street right now. But as you know, this parade is all about tradition, and I've actually found somebody who's been involved for many years. This is Gail, the West Hartford Marshal from the year 2013, right, Gail?
2013, and I march every year with my husband, Joe Stafford, and we have a wonderful time.
What makes this parade special to you guys?
Well, we know the people that first started the parade many years ago, the Stauntons.
And it's probably great to see it resurge last year and this year.
And look at what it does for everybody. Everybody has a smile on their face. It brings out the best in everybody.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to more smiles through the morning. Back to you guys.
All right, Ryan, thank you so much. We are going to get right to the parade coming our way in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back live from downtown Hartford. Stay with us.
Good morning, everybody. You are looking live at Main Street here as we are just seeing there, making the turn onto Main Street, the beginnings of the Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. The first marchers from the Central Connecticut Celtic Cultural Committee making their way through. Good morning, everybody. I'm Tim Lammers.
At America Areas, we're live in downtown Hartford. The parade stepped off just about 10 minutes ago, and you can just feel the excitement, the energy here in the capital city. Thanks so much for being with us. Jim Moriarty is here with us, of course, as always. Right now, we're going to check in with Brooke Griffin. She's live at Capitol, Maine. And Brooke, the parade is just about to you.
Oh, we see him behind you.
Right there. Perfect timing.
Yeah, we can, and I can't hear you. So if you ask me a question, I'm sorry, I can't answer it. But that's because the parade is finally at us. We have all of the very first parts right here at us. As you can see, the fire department is rolling in hot with their sirens, coming off of Capitol Avenue and turning on. Ooh.
Oh, we lost Brooke.
We just lost Brooke, but it turns out the parade is just coming behind us, Jim, so perfect timing again.
And of course, we begin the parade as we do every year with the Hartford Police Department.
Yes, all right, let's get out to FOX61's Keith McGilvery, who's right pretty much where our broadcast position is. That means he's hearing the sirens and seeing the Hartford PD coming his way. Keith.
The parade is on its way, but two All-Stars are already here. Logan and Ryan, you look awfully young to have a beard. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Tell me about your look today.
I'm going for the St. Patrick's Day parade look.
All right, good stuff. How long did it take to grow this beard?
1 minute.
1 minute. Ryan, you're looking pretty cool. What are you excited about today?
St. Patrick's Day parade.
And tell me about how long did it take to pick out all the stuff you're wearing?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. You were quick. And we have a birthday over here, I think. Yep. It's your birthday, young lady. What's your name?
What's your name?
Madeline.
Madeline, and you're turning 4. A happy 4th birthday to everyone in your crew. Looking good.
St. Patrick's Day and happy birthday.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. The parade is coming our way for sure. Do you have the best seat of the morning?
Yes.
What about you?
Yes.
All right, send us your pictures. Share61 at fox61.com. Hartford, the place to be this morning.
All right, Keith, thank you so much. And here again, a live look at the Hartford Police Department as they are, as you said, Jim, always the first ones to step off this parade, usually followed by the members of the 5 Cs.
Correct. And again, our general chair this year is Liz Saunders. Our parade chair is Eileen K. Moore. 2 ladies that put tremendous amounts of blood, sweat, and tears into this event, working year-round, leading all of our efforts. So again, thank you, Eileen and Liz, for your leadership and all of your work making this day possible.
So this is the Hartford Police Department, once again, kicking off things here along Main Street, just passing past the Wadsworth Athenaeum.
I like the green gloves. That's a nice touch.
With the green gloves and the Irish flag as well.
There they go.
As they make their way through, behind them should most likely be either the members of the 5 Cs or the St. Patrick's Pipe Band. A lot of bands this year. I feel like, at least on the schedule, a lot more than we saw last year.
That's right. We actually did reach out. We have bands joining us this year that we've not had before, so we like a little bit of variety. We're certainly hoping that everybody did, in fact, make it out, despite what was a little bit of iffy weather, but it still looks like it's going to be a great day.
Right, right. Certainly, a little bit of rain is better than 4 inches of snow.
Yes.
Well, and we Irish are used to a bit of rain, so
right.
That's not a curveball for us.
That would seem to work out perfectly.
And sure enough, we can hear the St. Patrick's Pipe Band coming our way from the Irish American home in Glastonbury. Let's listen in for a minute. I couldn't help but notice the drummer of the Emerald Pipe Band looked almost like he had sort of a leopard-spotted print of like a pelt of over him.
Drummers do wear that, and to be honest, I'm not sure what the significance of that is.
I like it, but I was thinking the same thing, Tim.
Yeah.
I'm sure it provides some level of protection from the drum, if nothing else.
Yes. And here we see the Hartford Fire Department, the Emerald Society, the Capital Region Dive Team. They brought the boat out. The Emerald Society is a nonprofit organization of Irish firefighters from Hartford and the surrounding areas.
Certainly, historically, the Irish have had significant roles in both police and fire service in cities like Hartford and cities throughout the United States.
Also noticing a lot of the police officers, a lot of the fire department members have a beautiful green corsage on pinned to their lapels.
Well, it's interesting. We had dinner with the folks that are visiting from New Ross, Ireland last night, and they asked if people would be sporting shamrock as parade participants in Ireland do, and I said, no, but you'll see lots of green carnations. Which they found fascinating.
It's New Ross, the sister city of Hartford, there in County Wexford Island.
Exactly.
Which is a new contingent this year.
It is. Well, the sister city relationship has been in existence for a number of years, but we're thrilled to have them joining us specifically for the parade this year. Interestingly, New Ross, among its many characteristics, it's actually the ancestral home of President John Kennedy.
Did not know
that. That's very interesting. And Emerald Society continues to make their way down. Behind them, is it the Connecticut State Police Honor Guard?
They should be following the Hartford Fire Department, and with them should be the Middletown Police Pipe Band as well.
Middletown Police coming our way next. We've got a beautiful banner, which you will see in the next couple of minutes. And we were talking about there being a lot of bands today, but it is certainly not quiet in between those bands. A lot of lights, a lot of sirens, a lot of cheering going on.
And there we see the Middletown Police Pipe Band, and they, in fact, will be followed by the Central Connecticut Celtic Cultural Committee. right behind the 5Cs banner is, in fact, Liz Saunders and Eileen K. Moore, our parade chair and general chair. In the horse carriage behind those two ladies is our 2023 Parade Grand Marshal, Betty Moen of Coventry.
Yeah,
Betty,
90 years young, Betty.
Betty, in fact, participated in our first parade back in 1972. She's actually been conducting the retirees dinner at the Irish American Home for the last 2 decades. And there's a lady, as you know, Tim, that's got some spunk.
Yes, we got a chance to interview her this week. She was so happy of the volunteer work she has done over the years at the Irish American Home there in Glastonbury. A Bronx native, always dear to my heart. She still has that same New Yorker accent.
Absolutely. And behind her is actually the Moen family contingent. There are actually 4 generations.
She was
Moens
talking about how they were
with her
all
today.
coming into
Exactly.
town.
There they are.
They came from New Mexico. They have come from Texas.
Exactly.
And there's a baby shower.
Baby shower,
in the Moen
right.
family too.
Exactly.
What a celebration.
And behind her is our Person of the Year, Julio Concepcion, a member of the Connecticut General Assembly, and a gentleman that I think sits on virtually every nonprofit board here in Hartford.
We also got to see walking by the 2 Celtic scholars, Alex Chrysolakis from Old Lyme High School and Veronica McKenna from Wethersfield High School.
And behind them are some of our past Grand Marshals. That's Margaret Moriarty and John Gorman. And I can't quite see who's behind them in the golf carts.
Jim, talk for a moment about the Celtic Scholars and how that works.
Well, actually, we used to run a Colleen pageant back in the day that we kind of felt like sort of aged itself out and decided to be a bit more inclusive. And that kind of generated the Celtic Sons and Dollars Scholarship Program, which is available to Irish American students from throughout the state of Connecticut. It's an application process where we consider their academics, their involvement in extracurricular and community activities, and award 2 scholarships each year.
So for young people watching right now, they could apply for next year.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, let's listen into the Manchester Pipe Band. We are going to step aside for just a couple of minutes, but we want you to see as we go to the break right behind the Manchester Pipe Band, the Irish American Home Society of Glastonbury, and all the different county flags from Ireland.
We'll bring you much more of the excitement live from downtown Hartford in just a moment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade here on Fox 61, Fox 61 Plus, and the CW20.
And coming by us right now, we have the Hartford chapter of Irish Northern Aid. And behind them are our visitors from Ireland, the delegation from New Ross, County Wexford, John Fleming, Anthony Connick, Michael Drea, Alan Fitzhenry, and Judy Ellis. We welcome them to Hartford.
And Jim, this is a new contingent. How did this come about? How did this happen?
Well, Hartford has long had a sister city relationship with New Ross, and the parade committee reached out to the folks in New Ross this year, invited them to come out for the parade. They arrived on Thursday. They've got a whirlwind schedule that they're following.
I bet.
They've been involved. They were at our Mass last night. We had dinner with them after Mass. They're here today. They'll be traveling to the Irish American Home. They had breakfast this morning with Congressman Larson. Wow. So they'll be very busy until Tuesday when they fly home.
Oh, it's so exciting to have them here.
Oh, we're thrilled to have them. It's been great.
And now behind them, the Governor's Foot Guard, chartered back in 1771. It is the nation's oldest continuously serving military unit.
And speaking of Congressman Larson, there he is right there.
Yep.
Along with the rest of our congressional and government delegation.
He has served Central Connecticut for so many decades.
Congressman Larson has been a very, very good friend of the parade for decades.
Yes. Say, when you are from South Windsor, the East Hartford area like I am, everybody knows the Larson family.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Boy, that the contingent from New Ross, they got a nice round of applause from people as they were walking by. They were certainly made to feel welcome.
Well, that's the idea. Certainly, we Irish like to be known for our welcome, so.
Okay, Hartford Healthcare making their way through right now, and behind them, the Fox 61 contingent.
We're going to go down to the parade right now, check in with Ryan Breton. He's there along the parade route in the parade. Ryan.
Tim and Erica, I can actually see you. We are not that far away from you. We're coming up right to the desk as we speak. We'll give you a wave. Everybody's having a great time around here. You know, this is always such a special event for the community. And I think that the recurring theme I'm hearing is that, like, the parade is back. Of course, a couple of years ago it didn't happen. Last year it came back. But this year it's back in full force. And we've got a parade vet right here. Jim Altman, what do you think of the crowd?
I think they're all here. Are we here to celebrate your birthday or St. Patrick's Day? Do you know that it's Ryan's birthday today?
What better way to celebrate as somebody who's half Irish than in the St. Patrick's Day parade?
16, Sweet 16, right?
I wish it was that.
Look at this.
Back to you guys. We got a scene up here.
Business is picking up. Look at this.
Back to you.
All right, Ryan, thanks. Well, from Ryan, we're going to check in with Keith McGilvery once again. He's out there with the rest of our crew as well, saying hi to some of them.
Weather's perfect.
Samaya Hernandez, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, happy Parade Day, and we still have St. Patrick's Day coming up, so there's still more time to celebrate. But the energy is here in Hartford today, right? Isn't this incredible?
Lauren Zenzen.
Hi, how are you?
And Preston, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Are you having fun at the parade?
Yes, what's it like to share this experience with him?
You know, last year I didn't bring him, and it was the worst decision. He is having such a blast. We're passing out candy. It is just so much fun. Hi, everyone.
All right, and who did you bring with you today?
This is Angie. Say hello. Hi. This is our first parade ever.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
You too. Are you so excited?
Yes, walk with me. What a day. What a team. Jimmy Altman, give us a wave. We're wrapping here. What a day.
Happy St. Pat's, everybody. This is great.
All right, back to you guys. We got to go.
All right, Keith, thanks so much. Side note, I can't believe Keith's not wearing a jacket.
Yeah.
It's still chilly out
He's
here.
running around. All right, we
Yes.
just saw the Connecticut Corrections Honor Guard coming through.
So Division 2 here has started along Main Street.
Now, this is the Windsor Fife and Drum Corps. Their first parade was back in 1985, and they are still accepting new members. They say they will accept members as young as 7 years old.
And they're actually participating as part of our Hartford contingent, chaired by Kelly Bilodeau and Ryan McBride. Hartford's honorees this year are the late Jay Malarkey, who was a long-time participant in our parade events. His son James is actually wearing his sash in his honor today. Jay was a great guy that was a real active participant in the Hartford community and who's sorely missed. Hartford's town marshal this year is Brian Gallagher, who's a teacher at one of Hartford's magnet high schools and has been significantly involved in providing athletic opportunities to Hartford youth.
And now things are about to get rowdy. It looks like Country 92.5 making their way up. They've got a hype man out there getting everybody rowdy and loud.
Happy St. Patty's Day. Thank you for coming on out. Hartford Parade 2023, baby. Let's go!
Now, if anyone out here wasn't pumped, they are now.
Absolutely.
Oh, we are also seeing the North Atlantic States Carpenters Union.
Yeah, they're out of Yalesville, chartered in 2018. Actually, a consolidation of 3 unions. And oh, look at that.
Wow, I think that was 5 cartwheels in a row there. Very impressive.
And certainly the trades play a significant history with
Yes.
the Irish as well, having provided opportunities to so many immigrants when they first came to this country.
Yeah, the local 326, a very proud tradition. Having a good time on the Country 92.5 truck. You mentioned somebody with MC Hammer pants. That's a fashion consideration I don't think I've heard in
It looks like there's a
decades.
bit of a lull here, Jim. I want to ask you to talk about something that we were discussing during the commercial break. There's actually a float that came all the way from Illinois.
Well, actually, it didn't come from Illinois. There are a couple of people who are new members of the Irish American Home Society who were involved in the parade in Peoria, Illinois.
Okay.
Who knew that Peoria actually had a St. Patrick's Day parade? But their new enthusiastic members said, we'd love to put a float in the parade, and that was that pot of gold that we saw go by just a little while ago. So welcome to the folks from Peoria.
From Peoria,
We're
Illinois.
glad to have you here with us in Hartford.
Okay, as we are taking a look at some of the stilt walkers here from the Extraordinary Arts, we are going to take a quick break here on Fox 61, Fox 61 Plus, and the CW20. But of course, we are really just getting started. We'll be back with so much more from the 51st annual Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. Don't go anywhere.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, and thank you to our sponsors Aer Lingus and Bradley International Airport, Alvarium Beer, Renew Developers, the Connecticut Science Center, and the Connecticut Department of Transportation.
Welcome back, and thanks so much for being with us for a live broadcast of the 51st Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Yes, Tim Lammers alongside Erica Arias and Jim Moriarty, and we just saw the Hartford Whalers Booster Club, the Hartford Yard Goats.
We're looking at them
two
right
organizations here that have done their best to incorporate green into their scheme, so it just fits beautifully on a day like today.
Absolutely.
Now, coming up after them, the Boys of Wexford. My understanding, named after an Irish ballad.
Yeah, and actually that's something that Mike McGarry, a long-time Hartford Irishman, has been involved in for a number of years.
Yeah, a long history with that, going back to the Irish Rebellion of 1798, the Wexford Rebellion too. They are there.
We've got a fun band on that float right there.
Little music from them as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that is wonderful. Bonanza coming up. The part of the fan club. And then we have a treat for you. If you can see in the distance,
this is really cool.
Something awfully tall. These are some giant puppets from Ann Cubberley, sponsored by Guinness. A beautiful sort of piece of kinetic art, moving art, you'd say. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see them coming up.
In the distance, yeah.
They often take part in a celebration of music and dance and theater called Nightfall that happens in central Connecticut. Look at that. Gorgeous.
Really neat. Again, there's another view, yeah. Ann Cubberley's Nightfall Puppets.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Kinetic art. Mr. Lammers, I think that may be the term for the day.
Yeah, I didn't know how else to describe them, but they're clearly more than puppets. Mm-hmm. They are. They look like moving art, right?
Look at that.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Added degree of difficulty with a little bit of a breeze, I would imagine, as well.
But they're still managing, I think, to have the puppets high-fiving with some of the people along the road. That is really, really cool. All right, on now to the Teamsters Local 671. They're headquartered in Bloomfield. Of course, the Teamsters National, founded all the way back in 1903, one of the largest labor unions in the country.
All right, so I have one question. Is that half louder than this half? Or is this the party doing right here?
And it looks like the Boy Scouts right here with the flags.
Yep, Troop 105 out of Hartford.
And those boys know how to march, and they're managing those flags in this wind incredibly well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hats off to them.
Kickstart this party! Come on!
And I think part of the beauty of this parade is it does provide groups like Boy Scouts, like community organizations, like some of our school bands to actually come out and demonstrate who they are and how they fit into our community at large.
Now it looks like we are hearing 105.9 The Whale. They're always a good one to pump up the crowd. Oh, another local favorite there. IBEW, local 457.
Oh, yeah, they usually have one of the best floats every year.
Absolutely.
They've been known for their floats in this parade for decades.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's always those utility poles. We love to see them.
You know, in one of Keith's interviews, he interviewed a young man who said his favorite thing was the sounds of the parade. And I think he's certainly getting
Yes.
this bill today.
Yeah. Yep. Love to see the local 457. Always on that float. That is the, that's usually the winner of the year.
Yeah. Well, looks like the Hartford contingent is wrapping up, and we have Newington coming down the parade route now.
And the chairperson for the town of Newington is Tom McBride, a longtime participant in our parade. Tommy, it's great to have you with us as always. Newington's town marshal is Tom Gill, former deputy chief and longtime member of the Newington Volunteer Fire Department. Newington's honoree is Jim Trommer, additionally someone who's long served on the Newington Volunteer Fire Department. So gentlemen, Tom and Jim, great to have you with us, and congratulations on being Newington's honorees this year.
And again, another look at that float, that beautiful float. Trying to count all the workers they have up there. And they are tied in, if you see closely. They are strapped into the poles just like they would be if they were doing real electric work
Line
right
work,
now.
yeah.
But instead, they're throwing out beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them all strapped up there. That is great.
Yeah.
Which that makes it a significantly strong structure to support all of that as well.
Yeah.
And here we get our first look at Newington's banner.
And the town marshal, Tom Gill, right there in the car, in the white car. There they are.
Tom Gill and Jim Trommer. Driving his own car and distributing beads all
At the same time.
Doing good. And behind them, the St. Peter's Color Guard. And behind them, more music, the Pyramid Shriners, pipes and drums.
Of course, we have the Newington Fire Department there.
Yeah, this is Tower Ladder 1 coming their way. All of the members wearing a lot of beads around their neck, and they are doing about as good of a job as anybody we've seen so far, throwing out beads to the bystanders.
Sort of the Hartford version of Mardi Gras.
There is that feel to it.
Yes.
Beads. Absolutely.
And for all the kids that like the big boy trucks, we've got plenty of those
We
here
certainly
today.
do, yeah.
There is Tower Ladder 1, that beautiful moving camera shot there. So gorgeous with the Wadsworth Athenaeum as a backdrop. It may be a little cold and a little windy, but it is a beautiful day for a parade in downtown Hartford, as we are now looking at Bogies for the Brave, a 501c nonprofit. They actually started off just trying to help critically injured service member. They sponsor service dogs. Started off as a golf tournament, but have done so much more since then. We now support organizations for adaptive equipment, therapeutic equipment. So just another success story of a nonprofit group that has expanded its reach over the years.
And
all right, we're going to check in with Keith McGilvery. He's live right down on the parade route across from the Athenaeum, getting us an up-close view, and I'm guessing an up-close experience with some of the fans, all those gathered here along the streets of Hartford.
Yeah, you got it, Erica. Good morning. Such a great day. I found the best haircut in all of Hartford. Tell everyone what your name is.
Felix.
And what are you thinking about this haircut? Why'd you want to turn your hair green?
Because green's my favorite color, and it kind of matches with what's happening today.
High five to you. These ladies joining me. What's your name?
My name's Charlotte.
And where are you from?
I'm from Lebanon, Connecticut.
Charlotte, talk about this parade. What have you loved about it?
I really like the bagpipes.
The bagpipes? And what about you, my friend? What did you love?
I like when they came by.
You like when they come by, and what's your name?
Savannah.
Nice to meet you. Are you mom and dad, grandparents?
Grandparents.
What is it like to share this Hartford tradition with these young ladies?
It's a great tradition to have these guys come down and just enjoy the parade and the candy and the festivities. It's a wonderful time.
And to see 51 years, it is such an institution. What has that meant to your family?
Oh, it's been fabulous. I love the energy. It's been really been great.
Wonderful. Did you want to say Happy St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Enjoyed the parade.
And tell me your name.
Mashima.
This is what this day is all about. We're giving a good wave. Connecticut Blues coming through. Maybe I can go say hello. Do you want to say Happy St. Patrick's Day?
Hello.
You want to say hello?
All right, Keith.
Oh, it
He's
is
so
good
great
stuff.
at talking with everyone there in the crowd along the parade route.
Yeah.
And now we're looking at Cromwell's Town Marshal, Peggy Radcliffe.
Patty is currently the membership secretary of the Irish American Home Society and chairs the entertainment committee there as well. Cromwell's honoree this year is Officer Elizabeth Jones of the Cromwell Police Department, who served in both the patrol division and as a detective. And there we see the Cromwell Historical Society.
Yeah, speaking of, Cromwell used to actually be a part of Middletown up until 1851, but even as far back as 1651, Cromwell used to be known as Middletown Upper Houses. Interesting name for a region.
You did your homework.
Middletown Upper Houses.
Middletown Upper Houses. Now, right now, you're looking at the Connecticut Blues Fife and Drum Corps. They were organized back in 1975. They were down at the Stanford's Parade last Saturday. That was great to listen into them. They rehearse twice a month in Portland. Sure sounds like it. They sounded wonderful.
Certainly fife and drum, something uniquely New England.
And you were mentioning earlier, Jim, that we're getting a good variety, even amongst the fife and drum corps. Some of them like to play new arrangements, new harmonies. Some of them just stick to the old vintage classics too. So you actually get a variety even within that sort of genre of music.
And sprinkling in a bit of Irish here and there as well.
Yes.
And right now we're looking at the Cromwell High School Jazz Band.
And as we are getting ready to hear them, and we're getting ready to just take a quick commercial break, do want to mention the Nutmeg State Blue Star Mothers, a nonpartisan, non-sectarian group. Mothers, grandmothers, foster mothers, stepmothers, all supporting service members, current ones. Great work that they have done throughout the years.
Well, they'll be coming down shortly, but we are going to take a quick break. We'll be back with all the sights and sounds, all the excitement live from downtown Hartford for the Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us here for our live coverage of the Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade, the 51st year of the parade. We're live in downtown Hartford. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Erica Arias, along with Tim Lammers and Jim Moriarty, as we are looking now live at the Wethersfield contingent.
We just saw the Colonel John Chester Fife and Drum Corps. Wethersfield is chaired this year by Rhina Peak and Eileen Burke-Grabowski. Wethersfield's honorees are Tarn Marshall, Amy Morin Bello, who's a former mayor of Wethersfield and is currently serving in the House of Representatives. Their honoree is Sanjay Sammy Shah, who's actually the owner of Sammy's Buy Right Liquor Store in Wethersfield, a friend of the community and a contributor to virtually all that happens in Wethersfield.
And we're looking right now at definitely a crowd favorite, the Griffith Academy.
Yep, right there on Main Street. They were founded in 1954, one of the top Irish dancing schools in the U.S. I feel like there's almost like a little bit of a rivalry between all the different schools. They want to make sure they show up as best they can on parade
there's
night.
a lot of competition in Irish dancing. But it's friendly competition. Certainly they all know each other, and the Griffiths, I think, have probably participated in this parade longer than any of the others because they date back so far.
The other big one is Mulcahy,
That's
right?
correct.
Yes.
And that's coming up.
But there's others. Skolvenkalimni in South Windsor. We'll be seeing them in a little bit.
And we do, in fact, have some of the best dancers in New England, the Northeast, and perhaps America. Yep.
We talk about Irish music, we talk about Irish food, the dance, always such a big part of the Irish national identity.
Well, I think when it really comes to identity, it's about the music, it's about the dance, it's about the sports, and I'd say that perhaps Irish food trails behind a bit.
Well, maybe I just love the food.
It's hearty, perhaps not gourmet.
I've always looked at food as the gateway to culture, but yeah, you're right, in Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh, the Irish dance is such a big part of it.
And I think that the beauty of both music and dance and sports, it's an opportunity for Irish traditions to be passed down from generation to generation, and that's really what it's all about.
Yes.
It looks like the town of West Hartford is coming down the street now.
Our West Hartford chairs, John Staunton and Kathleen Staunton.
And our Keith McGilvery, I believe, is with some of the Griffith Academy dancers.
Hey guys, Griffith Academy, what a day.
What a day.
Talk about the work that goes into something like this.
Oh, we have the luck of the Irish with the weather. The rain stopped, the snow stopped. It's great.
And then Caitlin, a Fox 61 alum, we know and love you well. What do you love about a day like today? You're a mom, you have 2 little ones. Talk about today.
It's such a special day. My sister is out here, my nieces are dancing, my best friends in the whole world. It is a day of community, dance, tradition, coming together. It is literally our favorite day of the year.
Once part of the Fox 61 family, always part of the Fox 61 family. Congratulations. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Keith, thanks so much. Well, we're going to be looking back again at West Hartford's contingent. You mentioned John Staunton and Kathleen Staunton are the chairpersons. The Staunton family have been so strong as far as with the Irish community and the support for the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
And you heard Gail Stafford mention the Staunton family earlier. And again,
Yes.
that's part of the tradition of being passed down from generation to generation.
Yes.
I have to say, I'm a little disappointed. When we went to the Griffiths with Keith, I thought for sure we'd see him doing a jig step. Keith, you let us
Well,
down.
it is definitely right up his alley. You would think he would be.
Maybe he's saving it for one of the later
Maybe
dancing
so.
schools.
I feel like he's built for it, but at least more so than I am, that's for sure. All right, you are looking now at the Friends of Feeney. They have been in this parade for a number of years. It's a great organization led by Eric Feeney. It helps children and families after tragedy. Since they were first organized, they've raised over $100,000. It actually started by Mr. Feeney, a teacher in the West Hartford school system, after one of his students' fathers passed away of a heart attack. And since then, it has only grown. And look at the great job they've done with their float.
And in fact, Eric Feeney, that Tim just referred to, is West Hartford's honoree this year. Obviously honored for all of his good work in West Hartford. West Hartford's town marshal is Ed Carr, who's known for having coached his children's sports teams. He's been involved with the West Hartford food truck, and after playing rugby for 42 years, started the West Hartford Blackhearts Rugby Club for boys and girls with a couple of his friends, and they're still in action in West Hartford.
And wow, that is a huge contingent they have. A lot of people there.
And again, I think this is part of the beauty of the parade, that it really does provide us an opportunity to recognize the people in our participating towns that really are making a significant difference. So it's great to be able to kind of do a tip of the hat and shout out to those folks as well.
And there are so many people working behind the scenes that, you know, don't get their moment, and this is a good time to highlight that.
And we are on the other side of that float. If you can't make it out what those big letters in blue and white and green are spelling, it says, "Be a good friend." Simple, effective message.
All right, we're going to have much more from downtown Hartford in just a few minutes. We'll step away, but we will be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. We were talking about other dance schools, and here we have another, the Shamrock School of Irish Dance. Oh, look at those little ones. They're so cute.
And they are directed by Sheila Stevens and Shannon Barry.
It's founded by a mother-daughter duo.
Exactly.
Yeah? I believe it was Sheila who is the mother, born in Ireland.
That's correct.
Just trying to carry that tradition on.
is this the Connecticut Patriots Fife and Drum Corps?
Sporting a bit of green as well.
And as we are listening to the Connecticut Patriots Fife and Drum Corps, Jim, how I mentioned earlier, even amongst the different fife and drum groups, they have different styles, different sounds. This is one of the groups that illustrates that. They're out of Bristol. They sort of claim to have a unique sound. They like to do original tunes, fresh harmonies, creative compositions.
And they're actually making their debut here in Hartford this year, so we're happy to have them with us.
This is their first year.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, we're happy to have them. They sound fantastic.
That was great to hear. Now, behind them, the group for Johnny's Jog for Charity.
And they're followed by the City of New Britain, who we're very excited to welcome back to the parade this year. They were on hiatus for a couple of years. There we have their honorees. That's actually Mayor Erin Stewart and Chief of Police Christopher Shute. Actually, Chris just retired as police chief in New Britain and is now the Chief of Police for the Connecticut Community College System.
And we're looking at the New Britain High School Golden Hurricanes Marching Band and Cheerleaders Band.
And this is a big contingent, the biggest we've seen yet in terms of marching bands.
So certainly we're thrilled to have them back.
I believe there are about 120 of them between their majorettes, their drill team, and their band. And yes, we are indeed thrilled to have them back as part of our parade this year. I've actually been a lifelong educator. I have this tremendous respect for music teachers, band directors, and choir directors who really do take a bunch of kids and literally make magic, and the New Britain Band's definitely an example of that. And there we have Mayor Stewart.
She's having a great time.
Certainly known for her energy and enthusiasm, and there you have it. And Chris Shute there with her.
I believe it's not that long ago she said she was going to run for a 6th term.
Right.
She is firmly entrenched in the city.
Absolutely.
As its leader.
Father's footsteps.
Yep.
Golden Hurricanes. Very, very impressive, along with their drill team and cheerleaders band as well. We're going to get right up close and personal with them now with Keith McGilvery. He's right up with them. Keith.
Yeah, what a morning out here as we celebrate this band. Talk to me about these young musicians and how talented they are.
Fabulous. They're absolutely fabulous. Great day for parade. New Britain. Go New Britain.
And to have these young people out here, what does it say about this parade, do you think? They are a huge crowd.
They are absolutely amazing. My brother's also in the marching band, and they put on a fantastic show every single time.
Which band is your brother with?
CCSU.
Congratulations to them. What are you loving about the music this morning?
Oh, it's amazing. It's loud, it's proud, it's heartfelt. Here we are.
And tell me about your hair.
Oh, don't talk about my hair.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
Well done. What did you think about all the music, the bands? We're cranking out a party here.
We are having a party. It is fantastic.
All right, where are you all from, by the way?
Hartford!
Yes! Celebrate my city! Love it. Back to you guys. Hartford!
All right, Keith, thanks so much. We want to again welcome back New Britain to the Hartford Parade.
And thanks to our New Britain co-chairs, Dennis Morell and Bill Moore, for being back with us. Great job, guys.
Oh, yeah, great to have them back, especially the Golden Hurricanes. So impressive there. Oh, my goodness.
Definitely a crowd favorite every year.
And as we take a look at Engine 2 and listen to the Connecticut Firefighters Pipes and Drums Band, we're going to take a short break and be back with a lot more. Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening to the Westbrook Fife and Drum Corps here in the 51st Annual Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. Founded back in 1910, they host one of the largest musters in the world every August.
tune we just heard is actually called Scotland the Brave. There's a dance that goes with that that's called the Gay Gordons.
Really?
Yes. If I weren't tethered to the microphone, I'd demonstrate, but we'll save that for another day.
Well, glad you could join us here. Yes, Tim Lammers alongside Eric Arias and Jim Moriarty as we are getting ready to welcome the 8th of 10 divisions, the East Hartford Division.
And they are chaired by Teresa Doyle and Sana Hart.
Matt, how's it going street side?
Hey, I got to tell you, we've been soaking in this great 51st parade because it's good to have the full parade back and everyone's loving it. Are you enjoying it?
Yes.
Best part so far?
When the dogs came by.
Yeah. Who let the dogs out? That's a question we ask all the time. A lot of people. Hi, you. How are you? Yeah. What do you like so far about the parade? Do you like the drums? Do you like the drums?
Yeah.
That's candy. Candy's always a big hit. The kids love it. The parents not so much. I got to tell you, you can't have a good parade without spectators, and everyone's just excited that the weather held out. People are all dressed in green. Are you all having a good time? Yes, they are. Back to you, Tim and Erica.
All right, Matt, thanks. And once again, we're looking at the beginning of the East Hartford contingent here along Main Street.
East Hartford's town marshal this year is Shannon Russell, a social worker at East Hartford Middle School. One of her former students described her as the best social worker ever. East Hartford's town honoree is Carrie Lynn Howe. Carrie's the founder of a grassroots organization called Night Angels that provides services and to support East Hartford residents in all kinds of ways. So congratulations to Shannon and Carrie Lynn as East Hartford honorees for 2023.
Contingent for the East Hartford Police Department and the town honorees behind them. Not sure if Mayor Mike Walsh is with the contingent today, but of course, he's got plenty of Irish heritage. He's got twin daughters, Erin and Shannon.
There you
there's
go.
Irish in that family.
And there we see Shannon and Carrie Lynn.
Okay, let's get down to FOX61's Keith McGilvery on Main Street in Hartford. Keith, who do you have with you now?
We are here, East Hartford City Council. They know how to party. What a day this is. Why was it so important for you to march?
Definitely to recognize our Irish at this particular time and moment. We just want to make sure that we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Yay!
We celebrate so much of what is good in our communities. What is the takeaway for a little boy or girl, no matter the town they're from, to be out here today?
There are opportunities to come together as communities across Connecticut every day. Keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, stay involved, get active.
All right, this gentleman over here, you can't escape me. Tell me about your glasses and your hat and why you wanted to be out here.
I just want to enjoy the day and everyone be a safe day today.
Fox 61 Morning News is your favorite morning program, right?
Definitely is.
All right, can I march with you guys for a little bit?
Certainly.
All right, back to you. Let's go.
Keith, thank you. And while he was having some fun from East Hartford, we are listening to the Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps. You can see on the drums, founded all the way back in 1886. They do more of the ancient style of music, and they are going to be busy. They're marching here today in the New Haven Parade tomorrow, and then in another big one up in Holyoke, Massachusetts next week.
Sana and Teresa, the East Hartford co-chairs. Thanks, ladies.
Now we have a treat coming up behind this contingent here. Look at this antique fire truck, a 1940 Mack fire engine truck. It used to be at the Hockenham Hose Company. Its nickname, fittingly being a Mack truck, Maxine. There's Maxine.
Well, as we get a good look at Maxine right there, we're going to take a moment to check her out. And we are going to take a quick break, but we'll have much more live, all the sights and sounds from downtown Hartford from the 51st Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We wanted to make sure we got you some of the best sights and sounds here at the 51st Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade, and that includes the Mulcahy School, the Mulcahy Irish Academy of Dance. We are going there right now. We've got them. They're ready to start. You did a little bit of running around during the break, Jim, to make sure we had them pause so we could get them on the air here, and here they are.
Under the direction of Erin Mulcahy. This is a relatively new school, and the fact that she has the number of dancers that she has right now, including a number of champions, is absolutely remarkable.
Oh, that was fantastic.
That was great. Now, Jim, you were talking about earlier how incredibly important both, the traditions of the Irish community, the dancing, the food, but talk a little bit more. I mean, these kids, they're starting just almost as soon as they can walk.
Well, actually, and I've heard of dancers starting at the age of 3.
Right.
And you're right. I mean, they're barely steady on their feet at that time. And certainly many of them stay with that right through high school, into college. And for many of these schools, they come back then as student teachers and then go on to become certified to teach Irish dance
and the competitions that these girls, they go to all over the world.
All over the world and year-round.
All right now we're looking at the town of South Windsor making their way down Main Street.
And in fact, the town chair of South Windsor this year is actually South Windsor's honoree. That's Kathy Kennison. Kathy's an example, again, of family. Her late mom, Marge Anthony, was a town chair prior to her, and Kathy's taken the torch and continues to organize the South Windsor contingent. South Windsor's town marshal is Art Sladek, a former Air Force veteran and who served in Vietnam, past commander of the American Legion Post 133 in South Windsor.
Yeah, not that long ago. And of course, I'm a little partial. This is my hometown, and it is great to see them well represented. All right, while we're watching them come through, let's check in with FOX61's Brooke Griffin.
Hey, we are still out here at that very first corner, which is Capitol and Main. Sadly, the parade for us is pretty much over at this point. We have just saw the last of those dance groups, which were fantastic, by the way. I mean, these Irish steppers, so good. I wish I could do something as good as them. That was awesome. We've seen those last few fire trucks, those last few dance groups. A lot of people are clearing out from this area at Capitol and Main. We are seeing the last few groups out, but I had a fantastic time for my very first St. Patrick's Day here in Hartford. I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be that good. There were so many different groups, all of them just as good as the last and just as good as the next. We had a great time here. They are starting to open back up some of these roads here at Capitol and Main. We are seeing some of them open now at this point, so if you are in downtown, you can get around here soon. But we had a great time. I hope you guys are going to see these last few groups and have just as good of a time as well. Back to you guys.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much. As we continue to take in the sights and the sounds, we're checking in with Symphony Privet. She is live under the arch at Bushnell Park. Symphony.
Hey, good morning
morning to you. So yeah, there's a lot of folks along the sidelines here as the parade continues to make its way over near the arch. Now this is where things are starting to wrap up, so we're starting to see some of these same groups make their way around again, and the excitement is still up. There's tons of energy out here. We're checking out a group of performers here from the Shamrock School of Irish Dance, keeping everyone's energy up this morning. Now I want to come chat with one of the spectators here along the sidelines. Good morning to you. What's your name?
Catherine.
Catherine. All right. So is this your first time checking this out?
I think so. I'm not really sure.
As far as her recollection, huh? What's been your favorite thing about seeing all this morning?
Like, all of it is great, but probably my favorite part is the dancers.
The dancers. Yeah, I'd say so. They help keep the energy up, right? Right. All right. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us really quickly this morning. We'll let you get back to checking out the show. So again, big party here in the capital city, and I enjoyed my first St. Patrick's Day parade here in the Greater Hartford area. Back to you, Tim and Erica.
All right, Symphony, thanks. It has been a great one so far. We'll be right back with much more live in downtown Hartford.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for staying with us here as we continue our coverage of the 51st annual Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. While we were in commercial break, we saw another dance troupe, Skullrinka Limney School of Irish Dance out of South Windsor. This one a little different. This is the Glastonbury Dance Center from Main Street. They do ballet, jazz, and tap, and a lot of other styles as well.
And their director is Shari Boyaji. The Glastonbury contingent is chaired by Jessica Dunn. This year, Glastonbury's town marshal is Archbishop Emeritus Henry Mansell. Archbishop Mansell has long been a very good friend of the Irish community here in Greater Hartford and served as the Archbishop of Hartford from 2003 till his retirement in 2013. Glastonbury's town honoree this year is Chuck House, who actually is a 12th generation Glastonbury resident, member of the fire department, the Rotary Club, the Glastonbury Elks, and we congratulate both Archbishop Mansell and Chuck House as being honored by Glastonbury this year.
Well, they are keeping the energy going as we are winding down things here for parade, as Glastonbury is our final contingent here along the parade route. But look at them go. They've got the energy going full blast.
Boy, this is just been so much fun to see so much music, so much dancing, so many people cheering, throwing beads. We even had some people throwing some lollipops from the South Windsor contingent, made it all the way up here to our platform.
Stage, yes.
And Jim, let me just say it has been such an honor to work alongside you. The work you and everybody from the Central Connecticut Celtic Cultural Committee has done has just turned out beautifully on this day.
And it's always a joy to spend Parade Day with the two of you as well. And again, thanks to the great team at Fox 61. We couldn't do it without you, and you make it the great day it is. Thanks so much.
Well, it turned out to be a great day. We were worried about snow, we were worried about a lot of rain, but it turned out to work out just fine.
And when you have the energy that the girls from the Glastonbury Dance Center has, you can be out there in T-shirts because the experience, the excitement of the day is what gets you by.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here for our special broadcast of the 51st Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade. We're so glad you spent part of your day here with us.
Yes, we certainly appreciate it. Have a great day, have a great week, and have a great St. Patrick's Day next Friday.